Alright, so the 2015 AP Stats Free Response question number 4 was an inference test question. To begin, you start with the first component, which is the state portion of the question. In this part of the response, you need to include the null hypothesis, the alternative hypothesis, and then define what the parameters are. So, the null hypothesis was that P1 minus P2 is equal to 0, and the alternative hypothesis is P1 minus P2 is less than 0. The definitions of the two parameters are P1 is equal to the true proportion of adults similar to the volunteers who develop colon cancer using low-dose aspirin. And parameter 2 is the true proportion of adults similar to the volunteers who develop colon cancer when using a placebo.
Okay, we are now at the plan stage of our procedure. So, first, so we're going to perform a two proportions z-test for P1 minus P2 if the following conditions are met at a 0.05 significance level. So the three conditions are random, normal, and independent, and it satisfies the random condition because the treatments were randomly assigned to their subjects. It satisfies the normal condition because n1 times p hat 1 is greater than 10, and then n1 parentheses 1 minus p hat is greater than 10, and then the same follows for n2 and p hat 2. So it satisfies the normal condition, and then it also satisfies the independent condition because we assume the subjects within groups are independent and between groups are all independent of each other.
For the due portion of our two proportion z-test, we have to find a z-score, a p-value, and in this case, a pool combined p-hat value. For our z-score, you have to do stat minus the parameter over the standard deviation of the stat. In this case, the stat is p-hat 1 minus p-hat 2, the parameter is 0, and the standard deviation of the stat is equal to the square root of p-hat combined times 1 minus p-hat combined over n1 plus p-hat combined times 1 minus p-hat combined over n2. When you plug in all the values into that, we get negative 1.75. Our p-value then is 0.0397. To get our pool combined value, you do x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2. x1 is 15, x2 is 26, n1 and n2 respectively are 500, so together they are 1,000, and we get a p-hat combined value of 0.041.
Okay, so because the p-value is 0.03969, which is lower than the significance level of 0.05, we reject H null. So this is because we have statistically significant evidence that taking low-dose aspirin reduces the risk of colon cancer among adults similar to the volunteers in this test.